Okay. Try this again. I totally fell for hit trap call that time. 100% I did. Like, damn it. Like, I'm supposed to be smarter than this. Obviously, I'm not. You know? It's gonna feel so good to just beat that guy and not have to deal with him again. I'm gonna show him if we can want to be Guado who bought Steel. And now he don't even play with any of the cards I want. The one time I have 2 Keldor cards and just like, nah, I'm not doing it. What that 4? Come on, do that 7-8. Do the 7-8, bud. I know you're not going to, but it'd be really nice if you did. Just saying. He used the 7-8. He is dumb. Okay. Oh my god, chat. Oh. I still win though. Maybe. Oh, whoa. Oh. Okay, hold the horses. So you Cypher on the bottom white. I would take the top. But he would still take me and still break even, right? Maybe? Actually, no. Maybe not. Maybe. He would still take 1. No, we still broke even. Never mind. We can do that, chat. We can do this. We will be the best goddamn card player known to man here. This is all life go. It's calling for it. We will be the Pokemon champion. Any of you don't want to use the cards I want, but I will tolerate the one down net to the bottom though. For that 4 or 5. You just had to, didn't you? You just had to. Okay. I feel like you're trying to trick me, chat. I really feel like you're trying to trick me. Yeah, I don't know what trap card what he did for me, but he did it. He did something. What? Let's do that one. Okay. Okay. I think we good. Yep, we good. We got it. Awesome. I'm here when you gotta do some tat stuff. Okay. I would say have fun, but we all know it's not fun doing tat stuff. So good luck. I get would be a better way to put that. Good luck, Kaka. Probably gonna need it. What am I doing? Yeah, ability. But an anime one? Wow, you cutting deep, aren't you, Coon? Yep. Will they give me Holy Stone? Okay. Okay, what is that card? I don't know what that card is. Oh, with him. Oh, okay. Never mind. Never mind. I guess I could get rid of that card because they're only at 8 and 6/6 are not great. What was that card called? Okay. If I can. Oh, I can't. Because I need 10 of them. Awesome. Okay. Yep. No, the warp part taxes. And they always have everything you are sending them. Oh, could easily get, if anything. And then if you go to a tap pulse and like, oh yeah, we just gonna take 2-ish hundred of your tap amount because we did the paperwork for you. Give it $200. That is also another warp part. Or maybe that just the tap company Sam deal would. Hey, you know, we gotta have a reason for the middleman, Sorbet Coon. You know, like they gotta have a reason to exist. To be honest, and what is? Well, I guess technically you could say. I guess it would be like the only thing that would get iffy about that would be like doing like just straight up freelance stuff. Yeah, I'm talking about just freelance for non-business parties. Yeah, just like like art stuff, editing stuff, yeah, Twitch stuff as well. But you know, if you make your money outside of proper employment, which you know a lot of people do nowadays. Yeah, because the thing about Twitch report though is, you know, the thing about Twitch is they don't take tap money out of it. Which is the reason, you know, which is the reason why Twitch people always pay in, not pay out. Because, you know, no money is taken out of all bits or subs and whatnot, and given to the government. So, yeah, I'm talking about like I know YouTube does, I know Twitch, you know, does have the paperwork. I know PayPal does that well because PayPal just updated the thingy to verify, you know, addresses and stuff for tap reasons. But yeah, like I'm talking about if you like Smo Joe, who, you know, I get make a living doing like the con circuit type of deal, you know, selling artwork, selling pins, selling, you know, actually selling enough to stay afloat. Like, you know, that stuff would just pure cat changing hand. Or if you did like, you know, commission artwork, that type of deal. You know, in other words, it'd be like if you hire me to do artwork, like you're not gonna send any paperwork on my behalf. That too, yeah, that too. Twitch tap form. Oh, wasn't accurate this year. Yep. They didn't have bits included on no. Oh, so that was the actual reason, was it didn't have bits? Cause I knew it was Wong this shield. So I did not know what exactly was Wong on it. But yeah, they're gonna suck if that become like a normal trend for Twitch. Especially, you know, since like I said, we pay in, we don't pay out. So yeah, it would take no, but that's the short version of it. Yeah, because everything I saw about it was just like, I think it was the tweet they put out was just all like, yeah, information was wrong, we screwed up. We will send you at the end of February. But yeah, like for us, I know not exactly the correct way, but the amount of money I make here on Twitch, you know, I get more so with how all tat law is here. It not technically qualify at paying in because, you know, the percentage is just so low. But I know for since Sam usually do all taxes whenever she get all paperwork in from working at Walmart's, since, you know, the Twitch stuff in her name, and whatnot, is like, she always do all taxes when she get the Walmart thing, but since Twitch was off this year, and I want to say, if I remember why, I think the tap person was like, heal how the taxes is in Arkansas for like extra income. Well, I think you had to make at least 600 before like actual tax, you know, they could actually tax it, which, you know, we never come close to that by any means. But like we always just like, when that happened, I always just like have the print out breaking down every little detail, like here are bits, here are sub, here are the, you know, the actual pay stub you can get off your dashboard. I get more off your partnership tab or affiliate tab, but that's what we ended up using this shield. And also, like, the thing that was strange. Maybe this is super inside baseball. I know it is, Chad, but I'm a little confused by you know, the Twitch thing, because this year when they sent out the tap form, you know, the one they screwed up on, and it was like, oh, you made $13 this shield. I'm like, no, we did not make 13 bucks. Like, okay, Twitch, but I don't know. On my form, it was missing over oh wow, really? Of what I needed to report? Jesus, dude. Yeah, that's not good. I'm gonna have to change it to way. No, Coon, no, you're not gonna have to. No, I'm not gonna go into like a 9-hour speech. That only happened when I get behind on chat and you guys ask questions that, as you know, I go off on. But you good. But yeah, I think it was last year, like over the year, we made like 3 something, I think it was. But for whatever reason, Twitch, like, you made only 13 bucks, and that was after they fixed the form. So, like, I just print out the pay stub, give the pay stub, and give that. It's just like, oh yeah, you still under percentage. So. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I think we're doing that. We need to put this in the corner. He got nothing I want right now, by the way. But yeah, I had to tap people here. Are just like, nah, you gotta make X amount before you start paying in here. Just how taxes work in Arkansas. We did fine, because honestly, any we did pay in. What is that? I think it's 20%. I believe 20% of gross income, I believe, is what you pay in. I believe, like I said, once again, they're going by Arkansas law. I don't know how it is other places. So, like, 20% of 600, you know, say we do hit the amount to do it. What is that, like? Maybe 50 bucks, if that? Actually, it might be a little higher. No, maybe not. They're only 20%. I don't know. Yeah, and technically the income for donation it won't for Dreamo, it tips. Yeah, because isn't, like, talking to my tap people about that, it was like the whole thing of, isn't it how it was, like, if you donation, like, for the lingo, and you are not a proper charity or non-profit, you will get taxed way more than you would be if you just say the tip. So, from everything I was told by, like, my tap people, and I have a whole other stream I talk about, where, like, you never want to call it donations, ever. You want to call it tips. Or also known as love. But sadly, you know, the government don't recognize love. So, yeah. Tips it is. That too. Yeah, people are giving money for services. That is true, like the money ain't given for, you know, whatever service they approve of, you know, might be fun, welcoming, you know, insert 100 reasons. And service is entertainment, exactly, yeah. The problem, honestly, I think the whole donation thing, the problem is with that is mainly on PayPal side in a lot of ways, just getting that lingo stuck in people's heads. Because when you set up a PayPal, and also I think Streamlabs that will call them donation. But, like, when you start setting up, like, donation links, or tips link, you know, PayPal, Streamlab, and I'm pretty sure probably some other places as well who does, you know, the Twitch donation stuff. Like, all of them are, like, a donation. Like, no, not really, but thank you, you know, Streamlabs and PayPal for that. But I don't think you need to worry about it. For the Hugh Castle call it donation. That people would be smiling. Yep. Yeah, just like, oh, it probably is, like, we have been affiliated for, what, 2 years now? I think this is going on the 3rd year of being affiliated. At both times, I have, me and Sam have done our taxes for Twitch. Every time, like, the person we go to, like, what is that? How do you make money again? What is it? And it's literally always the same person. And it's just like deep down in the bottom of my heart, all I want to do is just look at that lady and go, we just do porn. It'd probably be so much easier if I just tell you we did porn. But that probably wouldn't help. Because, oh my god, it's like one of them things, like, no matter how many times we are playing to our tap person, like, it's always a good, like, 20-minute sitting there playing it over and over. Zuby 70, welcome, my dude. How are you doing that morning, my dude? Is this game coming to the Switch? Probably not. I don't see it coming to the Switch or PS4. Since, from my understanding, is the only reason the game haven't made it to other consoles, outside of PC and the PS3, but then again, PS3 is just an emulation of a ROM, like just from the actual disc and stuff. But yeah, supposedly the reason we haven't seen a proper remaster of this, by bringing in other console, is because Guardian supposedly locked the source code for this, and there was just so much of the game they would have to rebuild to actually get it to run on newer hardware that they just haven't given the manpower to do it yet. And more than likely probably won't, because, you know, kind of the bad rap Final Fantasy VIII have. So, sadly, we are just stuck with, you know, the PC port and, you know, the PS3 port, and of course, you know, the PS1 copy as well. So yeah, sadly not. If it does happen, it won't be happening anytime soon. Like I said, with that being said, that is my understanding of it. Like, and then one thing I've heard from multiple talks about Final Fantasy VIII, and if that, let's just say that does end up being true, like full-on truths, that's kind of bad. And also makes sense why we haven't seen a proper port of this at all. You know, to be honest. what am I doing? Actually, I probably should do it heal. But yeah, I'm with you. It really do. Damn it. It really do suck because, like, don't get me wrong, if Final Fantasy got some quirks about it, but, like, this is not a bad Final Fantasy by any means. Like, way worse ones out there. But yeah, hopefully one day Square Enix will, you know, do what they gotta do to get this done. Or maybe they would just pull Final Fantasy VII here and just do a remake. Probably not, but I guess it's like one of them cases of which one do Square Enix want. Like, I guess I should say 3 options for Square Enix. Take the money, try to fix it. Actually, I get 5 options. Try to fix it, release it as is, and then we get another, like, Silent Hill 2 and 3 remaster issue, because that will happen to them games. Straight up remaster it as is. Or I guess I should say, like, put it out with it being broken, redo the programming for it, remake it, or just don't do it, you know. I think it's all gonna come down to, like, anything business, whatever Square Enix think they're gonna make the most money off of, or if they can make the money back at all. So, yeah. Let's see, no news yet? Oh god, did I forget what I was talking about? No news on what, Aka? That is true. The thing is though about that Coon, Kingdom Heart is Kingdom Heart. Final Fantasy VIII is Final Fantasy VIII. You know, you know, it's like, and honestly, I believe it was for Square Enix, and they have put out Final Fantasy, Kingdom Heart 1 and 2 how many times now between PS3 and PS4 stuff. Pretty much what I mean is, like, I'm pretty sure in Square Enix eyes, like, they could do it, but it probably, you know, I wouldn't make the money back. Yeah, I probably won't make the money back they would spend on it, because I said, like, Final Fantasy VIII always seemed to get the short end of the stick in a lot of ways. And just like, you know, you had Final Fantasy VII being what it is, you know, to everybody. 8 comes out, it was disappointment, it broke in, it had many issues that I could go on about. 9 comes out, people didn't like 9, and then they were like, oh, 9 was literally just Final Fantasy 1 through 7, and then people loved it. Well, 8 have always just kind of been stuck at, like, down there on the... It's like, if Final Fantasy 13 didn't happen, it's like Final Fantasy 8 probably still be looked at as, like, the worst Final Fantasy. Which, if, like, a good or bad 13 happened, and, well, that kind of helped a little bit. We count that as helping? But, yeah. Okay, so about the Final Fantasy thing. Thank you, Aka. Thank you for verifying that. I was just making sure I didn't miss something else. Yeah, they released 12, a game I have never ever heard. Oh, like 12 is like one of them games that I like loved in certain ways. The thing is about 12 though, to be honest, I think the main reason they remastered 12, like, I think they only really remastered that because of 10. Because 10 did so well, and just like, yeah, let's just grab another PS2 game and remaster that. It's way easier than remastering a PS1 game. And honestly, like 12 isn't bad. 12 is just Final Fantasy Star Wars, which is what we knew back in the day and still known for. But the thing, honestly, about Final Fantasy VIII is just like I said, if it was like a little, I get a little more looked at more fondly upon, maybe. Or if it was easy, it just had the sort code being missing, just not helping. Cause hey, look at that, he didn't do it. Good, I win. But honestly, you think about it, if they didn't have the sort code problem, they probably would always had this out like 20 times over as well, because at that point, just, you know, the amount of money they would have to spend to port it probably could have been made back, and like, a lot of the games sell like 100K, which, you know, there's not people out there like me who would rebuy it. Because I would love to have, you know, we buy it with all the stuff they had in 7. You know? You know, the whole beating up, no encounters, like that stuff. I'd be so happy about that. But sadly, nope. Any if they did technically have that in the PC port. But sadly that PC though. And I don't care about theme achievements. Honestly, Final Fantasy VIII would have been another one of them games. If it did come to PS4, I would be platinuming it right now. We would have another Skyrim situation on our hands. And we all would have went crazy again together. Yeah, Final Fantasy VIII, Act 2, Final Fantasy 13 and 15 got a lot of hate on in Twitch chat so much. Yeah, because the thing is, because you had 8 being not 7, no matter how much they wanted it to be. You know, 7 just set the ball too high for a lot of people who jumped in at 7 and didn't realize, like, no, RPG is not just 7. Act 2 of that whole thing of just like, Act 2 was just odd. I get the way to put it. Like, that whole situation around Act 2 was just like, it really kind of came across as just like how 13 was, of just like, we spent all that money on the engine and we need to make our money back, so let's try to milk this a little bit. Obviously no one knew about 13, which when we turn just better question, like, how much money does 13 actually cost and how much did they actually make off of 13. And also it didn't help that Japan actually did like Cloud, oh not Cloud, but Lightning. That didn't help with all no beauty ads. But yeah, 15. Honestly, to hate that, like, I have seen for 15 just seemed kind of dumb in a lot of ways. You know, a lot of it just the whole like, oh, boy band shit, which to be honest, like 15 another one that had issues, but it still wasn't nearly as big of issues as some other games. 13, but yeah. And also didn't help with 15 of just being like, 15 was one of the moments of like, oh yeah, we've been working on the game since, what was it, 2009? And it didn't come out to what, 2017, wasn't it? So, you know, between all that, it just, how much they showed versus 13 before it became 15, that probably didn't help much either. Because like that game, the only thing that game kind of stayed was literally Noctis and him having multiple swords. And the combat. Kind of combat. The combat looked wobbly similar. You know, with some tweaks here and there. But, you know, it was no like going turn-based to action at all. It was always action. But yeah. Because honestly, that would be my only real issue with 15. It was like, I really would like to see like all the stuff that kind of got cut out that when it was, you know, showing off. Like I would say 15, Final Fantasy 15 is like Colonial Marines, where just like everything they showed, and then when the real game came out, ended up not really being there at all. So in this, 15 was actually a good game, unlike Colonial Marines was. And then also can't really, you know, also got to bring in the whole 15 and just like, oh no, we're just gonna delete a pension by the season pass. Oh wait a minute, by no season pass. Oh wait a minute, we're doing more. Oh no, never mind, we're canceling them. Like, yeah, the DLC kind of got all over the plate of 15. Like, speaking, but you know, we were talking about live services earlier today. Like, 15 was kind of starting to lean that way a little too hard in some ways. But I actually still enjoyed 15 though. Like, I would say honestly, maybe the last 5 or 6 hours of 13, it probably easily up there on some of my most loved Final Fantasy moments. And then, you know, not counting the ending. Any of the ending was a little up to your own opinion, which, you know, if Sam were here, we would be debating that heavily, because I believe one way and she believed another. Mainly because she loved the boys. Which I won't go into. Well, you know, who knows? Some of you might not have played 15 before. Yeah, all chat does is hate on them games over and over again. Yeah, so far it's actually been pretty decent heal for 8. Like, I haven't been getting really any hate on 8 at all, really. But then again, I get we all special bleed heal. I didn't even know 12 existed. Honestly, the problem with 12, let's be honest here, it's not really a problem, technically. The issue with 12, line 12, in one of them Final Fantasy that just kind of, if you wasn't keeping up or you were not a super fan, like let's say you're just a passing fan of Final Fantasy, 12 was so easy to miss. Since by the time 12 came out, we already had the 360. I believe the PS3 was getting ready to come out, if not already out. So Final Fantasy 12 just took so long in translation, because I think that game came out, what, like 2 years before it did in America? Like, by the time that game came out, like, most people have already moved on to the next generation. You know, it was like pretty much like every Persona game except for 5. That was literally 12. It literally just came out, and well, you was a super fan, and maybe if you had your PS2 still set up, you know, maybe you would have played it. To be totally honest, I kind of wish growing it would have just been like, nah, we're just going to hold off and just port it to the PS3. Just make it like a little more pretty. Because, yeah, by the time it came out in America, it was, everybody always kind of moved on to the next generation at that point. Yeah, I couldn't get into 12. Yeah, the thing about 12 is, like, I didn't mind 12. Probably because 12 was, like, if you took Evil East, took the battle system of Final Fantasy 12 or Final Fantasy 11, and, like, let make this single player, and let you program your character. That was pretty much what, and, you know, make the plot Star Wars but fantasy. Because I actually really like 12 in that way, because like in a lot of ways, don't get me wrong, I didn't like the what was it, the grid board or whatever the hell it was called, the learnability. It just felt like a way more dumbed down version of the field grid. But outside of that, I actually kind of like 12 just because it one in moment like I can't pay for Final Fantasy 11 that month, so I'm just gonna play this instead. I kind of what 12 ended up being in my head was like the game I played whenever I couldn't afford to play Final Fantasy 11. The combat was so similar in a lot of ways. You know, if, you know, just like what happened, Quillian took that and, you know, took the combat of 11 and actually gave it more polish and, of course, take out other people. That's technically what it was. I hate 13, but, that personal opinion. Hey, at least you admit a personal opinion. Yeah, I kind of go either way on 13, to be totally honest. Like, I only have played like a handful of hours of 13, like one of them cases. I didn't mind it. Didn't really bother me all that much. You know, the whole thing of people complaining about, oh, you do it walk down the hallway. Like, I hate to break it to you, but Final Fantasy 7, 8, 10, like, how many Final Fantasies did literally you going from point A to point B for like half of the game? So that never did bother me at all. But yeah, me and 13 were just one of them cases. It just came out at a bad time for me. Like, I was in the process of moving, you know, clock states, or, well, I get county line. Either way, I was moving like 4 hours away type of deal. And also it didn't help that my Epop 1 was, or Epop 360 was constantly red winging. That didn't help either. So, yeah, 13 just came out at a bad time for me, which is why eventually I would like to give it a proper shot. But I didn't mind it for the little I did get to play of it. Lightning Return, on the other hand, that's a whole different story. Same with the new Mass Effect. Oh, are you talking about Andromeda? Oh, Andromeda. I do need to play Andromeda at some point. Like, I picked that. I think I bought that game for like, again, $5, $6, but I haven't played it yet. Oh, really? I have only snapped one disc in half out of wages with Final Fantasy 13. Okay, well, I'm behind and I haven't seen the answer to that. Elaborate on that, Coon. Tell me how you truly feel about Final Fantasy 13. Why did you break it? And please tell me you're not like my brother in Final Fantasy VII. Hopefully you're not that. I love 15. I don't understand the hate. I'm kind of right there with you on that, Anka. Like, the only thing I can see hate-wise would just be like, oh, so you only have, what, 4 party members, technically? Any if you did get, like, get character that wasn't a part of the boy band? Like, yeah, I don't understand it either, to be totally honest. Like, this is literally what would Final Fantasy would have become, you know? And, like, especially, like, moving it from, you know, out of turn-based. Because to be honest, maybe that's what it was. Maybe the hate is just, like, moving away from turn-based or ATV battle. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. I don't understand it either, to be honest. Yeah, because the only hate I heard about 15 was making fun of the boy band stuff, making fun of Sydney, and I believe like 1 or 2, like, you know, how the open world was, you know, the load time was horrible, traveling was not fun, character depending on situation was kind of like whatever. Only a handful of the music was actually good because most of the time we using other Final Fantasy music. The side missions were repetitive. There would be like my only, if I were gonna like sit down like nitpick Final Fantasy 15, then would have been my only nitpick. But with that being said, I still played through it like 3 times. So know that. People tell me that the ending stuff, I freaking love the ending to 15. I really like the ending to 15. That whole build up to the end, like pretty much from, I would say from Leviathan onwards, I was in heaven. I just like, yes, yep, keep doing this. Because I feel like that was a turning point for that game, and that game became good then. Before then, it was just okay. The combat was too much like Kingdom Hearts. That will happen since, you know, it's made by the same team that made Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, the actual development side, not just Square Enix. But, you know, the group inside of Square Enix was the same people that worked on Kingdom Hearts, which is the reason why we didn't get Kingdom Hearts 3 to Final Fantasy 15 was done. The open world style is boring, and the call is stupid. Yeah, the call wasn't great. The problem with the call was just like how you were just stuck on whales, which I think they fit by adding another vehicle. But yeah. Because the thing is, like, the open world part being stupid bit or being boring, I don't understand that, because I like what I'm saying, like, if I leave that point and we walk outside, like, the open world in Final Fantasy, any of the Final Fantasy game, you walk around, you get in battle, and then you might walk in a town. Like, that's Final Fantasy, man. Like, I don't understand that either. Like, I understand saying it's boring, but at the same time, you gotta realize, like, you're gonna say that, you kind of need to say all Final Fantasies are boring because of that. And none of the Final Fantasy ever have anything interesting happening in the open world at all. It was just you to go through to get from point A to point B and do some grinding on the side. That's literally all they ever was in any Final Fantasy. And the story isn't good. Go on and on and on. To be honest, my only issue with the story of 15 would have been how Square ended up telling that story. You know, being like, okay, you need to watch a movie, you need to go watch the anime series, you need to go buy this, you need to go watch that. And it's just like, the thing was, like, I understand what they were doing. 15 been in development for what? Like I said, since like 2007, 2008. Like, that thing probably been in development probably right after freaking 12, to be totally honest. So like, okay, the thing was in development for like over a decade. You spend a crap ton of money, doing this and not just canceling it outright. So you need to make your money back somehow. The problem is like the whole like merchandising bit was just kind of ended up hoarding the story in a lot of ways because it became one of them things of just like, oh yeah, you want to understand it, like go watch the movie, watch the anime, buy the game, buy the DLC, buy the manga, buy it got away from itself in a lot of ways. But that would be the only reason I would say the story bad because I feel like honestly the overall story outside of what was it, Aldwin was it his name? I think it was the big bad. Like between him and the actual cats, the actual party, that part was fine. It just everything else was just like done in quip notes, It's just like, oh, the character died in a radio report. Oh, this happened. Oh, in the movie. Oh, and by the way, you want to know how people would start, started a fighting? Go watch it. It's just like, it feels like, honestly, like, I would say 15 story sucks, but I would say the character story was good, would be the way I would put that. Because, yeah, if you're just talking about the overall plot, like, with everything, not just Alden and the boys, then it'd be like, I can kind of see it. But if we're speaking about 100% everything, I don't agree on that. It only like 70% of the story sucked. With that being said, I'm pretty sure if someone did go down the rabbit hole watching all the extra stuff, doing the manga, doing this, doing that, they might have a distant opinion. But, sadly, Final Fantasy 15 didn't deserve to be torn into dot hack. Just saying. Any of the reason they did it because they spent way too much money making that game. And they need to make that money back somehow. And, well, making sequels didn't exactly, pan out too well overseas. So that was, I get in the way of finding the middle ground there. Yeah, 12 came out at that time. It really did. It was like, I still don't understand why that came out on the PS2. Like, yeah, just put it out on the PS2 in Japan like you did. And then knowing, like, yeah, they're going to take, like, 2 to 3 years to translate. Because, back in the day, not all game with date and date. Especially RPGs. Like, yeah, put it out in Japan. And then just uncompress, like, some of the files and whatnot. And just try to get it running on, like PS3 or 360 or something, which I'd let people let it. It probably would have been the Wii. To be honest, they probably would have just been better off being like, no, we just can put this on the Wii. To be honest. Probably would have been a better case if only Final Fantasy and Square Enix and Nintendo was actually in speaking terms in that time. But yeah, honestly, I feel like 12 probably would have been like way more of a bigger impact outside of the Final Fantasy fan base if they would have just like it did something to make it compatible or do like most things that happen mid-generation would be like, they come out on their console and that console, and 12 would have probably been better for it, maybe depending on how that game was made. For me, when it came to 13, when 13 came out, I wasn't working. I was a kid, so took a friend opinion on the count, and they say it was bad. I see. Yeah, I was, oh god, how old was I? I was 23, 24 when Kingdom Hearts came out, I think it was. Oh, not Kingdom Hearts, Jesus, my bad. Final Fantasy 13 came out, because I remember, because what it was, like, I ended up moving like 200 miles away to do stupid shit that didn't work out. And like I said, that was, like, I was in the process of that, and like I said, my F-Bot Red Winging, I didn't have a PS3. I just, like, it was a lot of reason why I didn't get into 13. And then it just became one of them cases for me, it just, like, when people talk about how, like, oh yeah, I don't get good till you get, like, 30 hours, 20 hours in, and it just, at that point, I did not have the time, and then it just kept getting pushed back and back and back to where it is now. was just like, ah, yeah, I played a handful of hours. I don't mind it, but at the same time, I never beat it or anything, so I didn't know more people hate 13. Well, people complain to you about it because they believe turn-based is the only way Final Fantasy should be. Yeah, I don't. That one of them cases of like, oh, it need to be turn-based. Oh, it need to be, real time. It need this and that. That is like one of them things of like, I get, could be because you think about it. Final Fantasy was always turn-based from 1 to 11? Yeah, it would have been 11. Like from 1 to 11, it always was turn-based. It was always either, actual turn or ATV or active time battle. 21 not what I'm talking about now. But it still was technically, character standing. You pick your thing from the menu, they attack, they run back type of gameplay. So I can understand why people would be like, oh, Final Fantasy gotta always be that. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I do like one of them things, like, only so much you can actually do with it, I guess. Like, sooner or later, something gonna have to be shifted a little bit. And well, that shift mainly became Kingdom Hearts. And, why, if you have a team that, like, hey, we made it action RPG, and we would like to expand on it some more. Like, go for it. Cause I think honestly, like, I would have been probably way more upset. I wouldn't be upset they went, real time ish. I think I would probably been more upset if they've been like, okay, we're gonna remove leveling, we're gonna remove stats, and we're gonna remove equipment. So now you run into a room, you fight some stuff, and then you go to the next room, fight some stuff, we give you a cutscene, and then you fight more stuff. That would probably have been more so me being a little more upset. But actually changing the real time didn't really bother me all that much. Cause at the end of the day, like, they go for any game, not just RPG. Like, any of you change the way the game is played, as long as the heart is still there and it still feels the same, I don't care. We good. Like, I can give an example offhand of that happening would be like with Field Effect. How Field Effect went from being, a Resident Evil style clone type of game to becoming a top-down, like, wannabe strategy game with the new Field Effect. And like when I was playing the new Field Effect, like, yeah, it would have been nice to be, still playing like RE1 through like 3. I get Code Veronica. But, the heart is still there, the characters are still there, the universe is still there. And I kind of feel the same way about everything. As long as you can capture that feeling, I don't care if it's turn-based strategy, SRPG, like real time, and like whatever. I'm good, Just don't lose the heart, pretty much. After finishing a game, the only complaint I was. Yeah, that was another thing, how Wamu was literally like 95% of the summon. The problem, honestly, with that was, cause wasn't how that operated, was the summon was about the environment you was in. Like, if you was in like wooded area, it'd be Wamu. If you near water, and Leviathan. If you near like mountains, it would be Titan. And so on and so on and so on. But from my understanding, that how that system supposed to work, but the problem was how that game was made. It just like the areas you was in was all like way more on the side that got Wamu to actually be summoned, and not everyone else. Like hell, any in the final fight, oh, not final fight, I guess you should say, but the fight you have, Tiny Poor Local Final Fantasy for anyone who cares. But, like, when you are fighting Ifrit near the end, it's just like, you might get all the summons, you might only get 2, But yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. Like, no matter how cool and how giddy Wamu made me feel actually seeing his summon, but yeah, after you see it for like the 100th time, no matter how cool it is, it does start losing a little bit pizzazz to it. Playing the same way technology is evolving, it is a really good business model. Most thing in life doesn't stay the same. Exactly, like it kind of like one of them cases. Well, I feel like now we at a point with growing it. Well, I feel like they are doing it right. We're just like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. And I get you can say the same thing about Capcom. I guess I will here. We're just like, okay, all main series are gonna evolve. Things are gonna change. But if you someone who like, nah, I only do turn-based in the case of like RPGs. Like, okay, good. Like, but you're like, okay, fine. Here is I Am Setsuna. Here is, you know, oh my god, what was the second one we're calling? What the third one getting ready to be? Like, here's that. Here, Bravely Default. Here, you know, Octopaths. Like, if you want that, here you go. But we are going to continue also going that way with some of the other stuff. Because it's like, because honestly, playing Octopaths is like that game with more Final Fantasy than some Final Fantasies are. But, and I feel like Capcom kind of going the same way in a lot of ways, where just like, and you kind of saw it with Capcom like last generation of just like, okay, we're gonna make RE5, we're gonna make RE6, we're gonna do this, and then at the same time, it's like, oh, and by the way, if you want more almost old school style, like here, Revelation 2, you know, not fit camera angles, but here you go. You know, ideally that would be like probably bet case scenario. Would just be like, now, like the majority of your products will evolve in time and keep evolving, but still keep a small like side projects to take advantage of, you know, the niche that have become what is in the case of this RPGs. And I feel like RPG Factory is doing a pretty damn good job at that for the most part. Cause you know, playing loving survival horror games, games in the case of like Silent Hill, Red Evil and whatnot. Like at least RPGs haven't got to the point like it would with them game. Where a company would be like, oh no, you guys don't want that. That doesn't sell. We're not doing that anymore. You know, at least we haven't got to that point with RPGs at least. But yeah, it was a time when Capcom was like, and Konami would be like, no, well, you won't buy a, you know, fit camera angle, walking around, picking up item puzzle game. I won't want that anymore. And then, well, you look at RE2 remake, and yeah, I hate to break it to you, but you know, people actually do want that. You know. But yeah, Elite, we have come full circle on that for that type of genre. But it was some dark times there where just like, nah, there was a whole generation where that wasn't really a thing. Like Dead Fate 1 and debatable Dead Fate 2 were like the last of a kind now for a good like, what, 5-6 years. So at least like we need to count our blessing on that when it comes to RPGs. Let's see. Oh, it also depends on your AP% and what status you have on. Really? Okay. Yeah, because I thought it was just literally just depending on where you was at the time. I kind of, to be honest, I kind of wish it was like the one thing about the summons. Like I kind of wish it would like if you drop to like, you know, a certain amount to unlock the summon. I kind of wish they just did like a drop down menu, just like, hey, pick what one you want. Because the thing was, honestly, it made like in the case of Wamu and stuff, it's just like, oh yeah, this is the you win button type of deal. It would have been nice if, you know, you got more into like elemental stuff and status stuff, and you know, that way it wasn't so like one-sided at all, like, oh, summon, I win. You know, outside of 1 or 2 occasions. But yeah, a little bit of a downside there, but you know, what are you gonna do, I guess? And also, they didn't do a very good job of playing exactly how the summons work, you know, in 15 as well. What am I doing here? 7777. Okay, no sevens up. Take this. There we go. But yeah, at some point, probably when I see the collector edition, or not collector edition, but whatever the Game of the Year version was called. Probably once I find that like super cheap in the bargain bin, probably like below 25, because isn't like all the DLC were like $5 a piece for 15. So probably looking at what, like $30 in DLC, 30 to 35. So and probably when I find that game for like 10 to 15, I will probably just buy the Game of the Year edition again, because Sam won it anyway. And I will probably replay through 15, because I've been holding off on playing 15 again. Mainly just because I want to play all the DLC. So I kind of been waiting until all the DLC are like 100% done. And then, you know, actually play it. Yo! Welcome Detroit! Wow, dude. Yeah, sorry about that, Detroit. The bot got angry. Hello, everyone coming in. Wow, dude. Thank you for the raid. How you doing, man? How was the stream? I'm guessing it was pretty good, wasn't it? Thank you for sending you wonderful people over here. I'm still playing Triple Triad. Nothing had changed. Actually, no, I think you left before I went down the rabbit hole. Triple Triad, didn't you? I gotta pat the ball. Now I'm to Triple Triading. Or trying to at least. But welcome everybody, and welcome. I'm gonna probably butcher your name. I do apologize in advance. Aja? Sorry. I probably horribly butchered that. I do apologize. And Coon, welcome, everyone, Coon. How that 100% going? So. It's going so. Like, I find a dude that got like 3 or 4 calls I need, and he just won't use them now. And then he keeps winning. So, it's going okay, I guess. So far. Josh, you fine? Okay, cool. Yeah, I am horrible with names. Really bad. Yeah, sorry about that. But, yeah, welcome everyone who is coming over. Hello. If you've never been here before, I am, of course, your wonderful host, Prinny, live every single day right here, twitch.tv/Prinny Show, starting around midnight-ish Central, playing all sorts of RPGs. And, as I said, right now we're in the middle of trying 100% of Final Fantasy VIII. We will see how it ends up being by the end of that. But right now, it's going fairly okay. But welcome everybody. Come on in here. Time to sit back, relax, and listen to me complain about how the game is cheating, and about heavy opinionated Final Fantasy fans. Welcome. Oh, we're good. I got waited by Guy before that. Nice. Congratulations, Detroit. Congratulations, dude. By the way, what were you playing tonight? Because I haven't took a break or anything, so I didn't have a chance to actually see what you were playing. What am I doing? No, we need to do 5, 6. Oh no, he could beat me. No. We're protecting. There we go. We won. We did it. Whoa. No. Wait. Are we... When did we get back to winning 1 card? When did that happen? I don't remember that happening. Cause we were winning, like, when we won, we got everything originally. I get my rant was all like, nope, we changing the rules on you. Maybe they are on timers. I don't know. But yeah, overall, it's going pretty decent in this. Because I want to say he still got like 1 or 2 calls I need. God, I'm trying to remember, because I got in a heavy rant about 15. I don't remember what ones I need now, but But yeah, we are about probably halfway, a little over halfway through Dip 2 as of now. So we made progress. I don't remember Dip 3 and 4 lasting that long. Might be wrong. Okay. Maybe... Oh my god. I don't know. Maybe we did get all the call from him. I guess if all failed, I could always come back, right? Yeah, let's do that. Well, that didn't work out. That went about as well as planned. What am I looking at here? Well, we can do a 4. At something, I guess. But that's 7? Yep. I had a feeling that was gonna happen. Ooh, look at that. He just tied the game for it, didn't he? Yep. He totally just tied it. Okay. That was simple enough. One more time. And I'm gonna then continue on with the plot. Realize that we've been sitting here playing Triple Triad for the last 3 hours? Something like that? It's been a while. And he had probably 30-40 minutes of that with me ranting. But we will get there. Yeah, I heard you can destroy break the game pretty hard in the beginning. Maybe? I don't know that detail if you're talking about something else or not, but what I am doing, which I know supposedly break the game, would be if you kill Claw or stone him and then never use him and you keep him dead or keep him attach you, whichever, the monsters won't actually scale to you. They would just kind of scale normally-ish, I guess. And I know if you do that, the game becomes way better. If that's what you're talking about, then yes I did. Because I kind of been wanting to test that for a couple years now to see how accurate that is. And to be totally honest, it actually seemed to be working out pretty well. I still feel like the enemies are scaling, but they don't feel like they're scaling to the same extent like they was. It actually feels like, it feel like the monsters are set to a default level for whatever area you're in, instead of being like, oh, Claw level 99, let us be 99 as well. Which is, never been fun. But yeah, keeping them dead on the other hand have been actually pretty fun though. You can get Claw Fort Weapon on this one with the car game. Yeah, I knew about that. I knew about the car getting his ultimate weapon because I remember one of my friends, one of his girlfriends he had, were playing 8 back. God, they were way after we released. They were 2006-ish? 2005-ish? But, we did not know that was a thing you could do. And she just kept playing the call game. And then, hey, look, I got hit Lionheart and did one. And, when we both were like, oh my god, how? And then we found out, oh yeah, through the call game. But yeah, I didn't do that, though. The only reason I didn't do that, well, mainly because of, I'm not using Wall. He just be a waste at that point, so I'm not in no hurry to get his ultimate weapon. As long as I get it before I beat the game, I'm fine. But yeah, I knew that was possible, though. But I didn't go out of my way to do it, though. But yeah, to be totally honest, the card game can break a lot of stuff if you just play it. Like, 'cause so much about the game evolves around that card game, which is probably why I became addicted at a very young age, and I have not broke free. As you can tell, 30 years later, I still haven't broke free of it. Yeah. Also, you can never level up in the game, stay low level. Yep. That is the reason I'm not leveling Squall. Because it's all tied to him. How long did the card game take? If you don't be like me and don't start talking in a very long amount of time, most card game can take maybe less than 5 minutes to do. Probably more like 2-3 minutes, especially once you start getting good cards. It start happening real fast. Just when you start doing the higher, like, battle players, it start getting a little longer. But yeah, you pretty much can get access to the card game like, what, 30 minutes into the game, 30 to 40 minutes in. And if you play the right people or get lucky, you could get a pretty unbeatable deck fairly quick. Along, you can keep the rules the same. But the thing is about that, as the game go on, different rules will get thrown in, such as, like, oh, you can no longer pick card because it's random. Or you get, like, elemental bonuses on the actual board itself to add, you know, points up or point down, depending. But yeah, if you're doing, like, your default, like, pick 5 cards and play, and that's it, like, it doesn't take long. And like I said, the game itself is only, like, a couple minutes long at bats. About you mean and you sit here and talk or double think everything. But yeah, the card game is still great though. Like, I freaking love that card game so much. This had to be probably like my, yeah, probably easily my. Ooh, I see what he's doing now. You're gonna tie again. Crap. This is probably easily like my favorite card game in any game ever. Which I know that is probably small picking thinking about it. What is it? Triple Triad, Tetramantor, Gwent. Is there any other card games I'm not thinking of? I imagine probably like a crap ton of like games. I don't. By the way, I'm not counting like poker and 21 and blackjack. I'm not counting that. But like fictional card games. Okay, yeah, I think we did get all the calls I wanted. So I'm gonna try to beat him one more time, and then we will be on our way. But yeah, they're gonna lead the card game to come to mind anyway. Do we have any 7s and 8s? Got 1 8. Okay. Let's do that because I got no real other option here. Okay. Not great. But we got 8 off the table. Is that good? Okay, so that's 3 down. 5, 4. Okay. I'm gonna try to do this. And if he use not that. Okay. Okay, it might be getting iffy. We might get us another draw heal. Okay, dude. I will be healed. Yeah. My bet case scenario here. If we do gonna have to try to kite him. And he did not fail for it. I guess it doesn't matter. I got to draw anyway. Because even if he did fail for it, it would have just been a draw. So, okay. That's perfectly fine. I'm not leaving until we beat him elite one more time. I did point all about principle. That's literally what this is a totally principle. Oh, that why he do have a card I want. We still never did get the one with the sword, the 7782. That is why. That's why I was playing. God damn it. I totally forgot why we were continuing playing Triple Triad other than doing it. But I want that card. Man, that is a 5. I do not have anything to beat that. I guess I do, but I'm gonna sacrifice it though. Cause he's gonna take it. Easily he can take that. Yep. What I thought. I highly doubt they're gonna walk, but actually no, that wouldn't work anyway. Never mind. Never mind. So I think I could take that card, but then again at a 5/5. Yeah, I got nothing. I got nothing that can beat that. Okay. Cause nothing can beat 6 down. Something will beat 5 over. Man, dude. Okay, I'm gonna put this here and see what happened. Not great. Not great at all. Maybe? Well. Wait a minute. Didn't I have multiple of them? I think I had multiple of that. We might not need to reload. As long as I got one of them, I'm happy. Or had one of them. Let me see here. Oh yeah, we still got one left. Oh, by the way, we finished off this page now. Nice. Okay. That's fine. You can have that card. Watch it. Now you're not going to use that enemy card ever again. I'll take that, chat. Nope, he did. I'll be damned. Cool. Okay. So, in that indicates I got my iFoot, so I'm feeling pretty good since I have my iFoot card. That being said, if I lose, he's gonna take my iFoot card though. But let's hope it doesn't come to that. Finger quartz. Okay. 5? Actually, I'm kind of foreseeing we might have to load. Yep. Maybe I just jinx myself saying like, oh, I feel good, I got iFoot, everything be fine. Like, no, it not fine, chat. It not fine. Oh, okay. I promise you, we will eventually get that one card. Because honestly, if I can get that one card, I will be happy. I will be so happy. Yeah, game. Oh. For a second there, I thought my controller died. Okay. Let's do this. Hopefully that will be the final play. Hopefully. But to be honest, it's like I'm not seeing us having to do any other like triple triad. You know, tonight. I might be wrong, but I don't think so. If we could just win that, we should be good to tomorrow, maybe. And he did not use the card I want. Hey, welcome back, my dude. Welcome back. Just in time, I had to reload my game. Can you get what happened? I lost iFoot. Now the do not want you to call it I want it. And now you go, he's confused. Oh, he moved. Yeah, sure, let's do that. Oh, I know what you're doing now. Let's see, 5, 8. Yeah, he's trying to trick me, chat. He is so trying to trick me right now. I'm not falling for it, chat. I'm not falling for it. Not doing it. Nope, nope, I win. Well, sorry, cat talk. Sorry, actually. No, sorry, cat talk. You got beat out by 1 point. Because honestly, the cat talk had like a 5 on the bottom. It'd been like, it'd be like 50-50 on that. Okay, let's go ahead. Call the bad boy. Second heal. Any complaints about Final Fantasy VIII? Honestly, my only complaint, to be totally honest, if we talking like subjective about it, would be the whole how the leveling system works, with it being tied to qual. Cause that honestly the biggest issue, because if the leveling system wasn't tied to any character and was like wobbly scaling instead of just being all or nothing on a character, it probably wouldn't be that bad, to be honest. But the problem is literally just that. It's just like, nah, everything leveled to him. Cause to be honest, that's the only like real like issue I can really think of offhand. Say this since I pulled down some stuff. But yeah, like that pretty much it. Like, I don't hate the game. Like, this is one of them games that like, yeah, I'm a little biased for, but at the same time is, you know, it does have issue mainly Gual, and then not counting how one of our characters the child molester, and another one of our characters the sociopath that just want to kill things. Which at that point, only I get one of the two that was a complaint. Really. At the same time, you know, it's what it is. But no, honestly, all joking aside, like the main issue is honestly just Gual. Like Gual being tied to leveling, the main problem. What is my favorite? What my favorite top 5 Final Fantasy? Mine would still be going from number 1 going down. Would be 11, 10, 8, 6, and 4. Like that would be my favorite. So I get going up, it'd be what that 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. 11 is still my absolute favorite Final Fantasy ever. And I'm still very, very sad since a lot of the deals, a lot of the expansion, oh god, I have to think about time period though. A lot of the expansions in the level, and it's like some of them are better than pretty much every Final Fantasy game out. Like easily better than most, if not all, Final Fantasy games. Yep, 11 is my favorite. Like, out of all the tattoos I have, Final Fantasy 11 is the only one I have a tattoo of. I freaking love 11. Need to do a wedded soldier on what the best quality of life mode. Yeah, I don't think that one we have that much quality of life, sadly. Cause X is my favorite, but 8 is my least favorite so far. Really? Cause I don't know, for me, it'd be like if I were gonna go like least favorite Final Fantasies, like my least favorite. Hmm. I would probably say my least favorite would have been like anybody would talk about how I enjoyed the combat of it or Leo, but like story wise, my least favorite would, and I get gameplay in some way as well, or how certain mechanic works outside of combat. I would say my least favorite Final Fantasy are probably 12 and 7 personally. Like 12 and 7 are my two least favorite. Cause like I said, I don't really want to talk about 13 since I haven't actually beat 13. I don't remember anything at all about 5, so like I get at bet 5 was just so mediocre. I just don't remember anything about it. And then 1 and 2, I don't feel like I played them enough either to fully give opinion on. But but yeah. So of the ones I have played and whooply beat, I would say 12 and 7 in my least favorite. So wondering what my interests are. Go up. Just in general, Detroit, or when it comes to like Final Fantasy stuff. If we elaborate on that, because that is kind of a vague question, and that could get me going for God knows how long. Combat for Final Fantasy 14 is in. I could say 14 is also another one of my league. But the problem with 14 is like 14 wasn't bad. It just everything, all my issue I have with 14 is totally me. Like all my issue is just me on 14. Any MMO combat system enable. Yeah, because the way Final Fantasy 11 worked, it was technically tournament and wheel time at the same time. Where it was like, which I guess the same for most RPG. I guess you could say. Well, 11 was like your character would our default be tacking X amount of time depending on the speed of your weapon. And then you had the default like Final Fantasy menu, just going from top to bottom of just like menus inside of menus. And you literally played it like you did all the other Final Fantasy, by picking your move set and whatnot. Like the only difference is your character would just attack by itself, and you could move around enemies. But I thought like doing ability, doing magic, like all that stuff was still technically you doing it through a menu and not hotkeys. I'm not a fan of hotkeys. I really like the menuing of 11. But then again, like I said, the menuing was literally the same menu that been every Final Fantasy. Almost every. Except for, like, I guess technically 15 would still had menuing. But yeah. Like, hotkey MMOs I have never liked. What atmosphere do you think? Oh, the ones I like. Okay. Final Fantasy 11. Final Fantasy. I'll get the way to put it. For me, what made the ones I love stands out would be Final Fantasy 4 was just the intro. It's like the most depressing thing ever, and the characters in 4. That what did it for me and Final Fantasy 4 was like the tone that game set like right out of the gate. It's just one of them things that just stick with you. It just was so well done, and then how they handled the characters, I just absolutely loved. Um, Final Fantasy 8 was one of them cases of like it was technically my full RPG, not by choice, but was technically my full RPG, and what got me about that was about 8 was the card game because it was at the height for me for why I'm over here trying to play Magic and everyone playing Pokemon because they came out right during the Pokemon boom. So the card game in 8, and I really like the leveling in 8. Where you had the ability to attack this and magic to do this and that effect up. I really like the whole being able to have a normal level 1 through 99, but at the same time being able to switch around your stats and your elements underneath it to make you even more powerful or less powerful. I really like that about 8. So that's the reason I like Final Fantasy 8. Final Fantasy 10 I love mainly just from how, don't get me wrong, I know it did go over the top every once in a while in 10, but I really liked how in 10 the story was way more like grounded and serious for the most part. Don't get me wrong, we had Tita being dumb, we had Riku being Riku, but like 9 times out of 10, just how grounded the story was with the whole the marching to death type of story, or like literally you helping a character go commit suicide for the greater good type of story. Like I really liked the way they handled that, and then on top of it, like I still think 10 probably still have like some of the best combat, mainly with being able to switch your party member out on the fly, and how it was way more like elemental based. And then on top of that, the leveling system I absolutely adore. Was just like, nah, like we're not even gonna give you a level. Go make your character. How every character can do anything. And if you really wanted to, you can make freaking Yuna a warrior, or you can make her like a black mage, or a blue mage, or a thief. I really love that. Which is probably the reason I love Path Exile, to be honest. That's what I loved about 10. Final Fantasy 11, I loved 11 just from mainly how engrossing that game was, to the point of to do anything you had, because it was I don't want to say pre-internet because it wasn't, because it was an MMO, but it was pre-YouTube. I get to just put an example here. So was in that time period when you couldn't just like randomly look up how to do shit. Like you could look it up, it might be 50-50 be accurate, or might not be, depending. But I really liked how it was more along the line of you being in the universe and you having to get to know everyone on your server to really get anywhere. It just really did a good job of getting you invested to the point of feeling like that a quote-unquote real, like a real life to live in, which, I'm pretty sure a lot of EverQuest players might know what I'm talking about here. The stereotypes about MMO before, WoW kind of made it popular. But I really like that feeling of like, you need to know everybody, you need to talk to people, you need to, you all need to have an understanding. And if someone was an asshole, like everyone knew it because it was so small. And then on top of that, like how the story was told, especially getting into some later expansions, just how much it actually leaned back to like Final Fantasy 1 through 6 in story, and how the NPCs and the characters in them story actually interacted with you and what you did in it. It was just like really refreshing to just not be like, oh, I'm the hero to save the universe. It's like, no, you here helping, the people save the universe. And it just like the embedment of all that was just so great. And yeah, that would be 11. And then of course I got a whole bunch of like biased stuff for 11 as well, going into real life stuff. But I thought the game itself, that is what I loved about 11 though. So yeah, hopefully that answered the question. If you want me to elaborate more, feel free. Because I could go on forever about 11 or any other Final Fantasy on my list, especially 8, 10, and 11 especially. Give me a moment here. I'll get caught back up on chat real quick because I know I went into a baby rant now. Here we go. 11 was the only one I haven't played. Really? I recommend 11. If you ever see Final Fantasy 11 like on sale on Steam, because the game is still up and running. My advice would be if you have okay, play on a sword. Like when they ask you for what sword you want, go play on a sword. Because that sword, if it haven't changed in the last year and a half, yeah, that sword is pretty much the most packed and the most accurate to how it was back in the day. But I think you get around 1,500 people, which I believe the sword back in the day capped out at like 18 or maybe it was 2,000. So it's like almost identical. Any back in the day, I hardly ever saw anything above like 13, 1,400. So play on that. And also, the game itself nowadays is 100% soloable. So you can play it 100% by yourself. The only time you have to deal with people in 11 nowadays would be especially since a lot of the information is out there on like wiki pages and YouTube videos and so on. But yeah, the only time you really gotta deal with people nowadays would be if you want to engage with it or you're doing in-game stuff. Outside of that, like Final Fantasy 11 at that point can be done from beginning to end 100% alone if you really want to. Don't get me wrong, you know, it's some upside of playing with other people, but if you just want to sit back and just enjoy a good Final Fantasy toy or multiple good toys, I recommend it. Especially if you can pick it up for like, I think under $30. Because I think Steam have it for 30. That come with literally everything. So yeah, if you ever see it for like 10, 15 bucks, I fully recommend it. Just know you still have to pay a subscription fee, but you will get 1 month free though. And yeah, you're gonna probably beat the Fort 2 expansion in the 4 months if you commit to it. But I think it only took me like 6 months to 100% Final Fantasy 11, like toy wise. So yeah. Like what part of RPGs are the most important to me? Okay, what is most important to me about RPGs as a whole? To be totally honest, would be story for one, an overall story and characters. And the other thing that would be at that point would be character customization stuff. So not just like, oh, I want a new jacket or anything. I don't care about that stuff. What I mean by what I'm talking about is like I want a way to have a character and be able to like mold them to more to my liking. Probably the reason why Final Fantasy X is like my absolute favorite is like I like an RPG that give you a character that either a blank slate when it comes to stats, or be a little more one-sided, but allow you to, you know, to actually change what they are. You know, in the case of like Final Fantasy X, would be like, oh yeah, Yuna, she a white mage, flat summoner. And then by like hour 5, you're like, oh no, she able to learning to become a thief or a black mage or blue mage or, you know, whatever. So like giving me like good character modifications, I love. But I don't really care about look though. Like I'm kind of one that can't wear like, oh, I like this hat over that hat, but the same stat, but I like the other hat because it's cuter. No, that never been me. Like I have always been the type when it comes to actual proper customization, I'm always just running around like all mid-mat because I don't care. Because for me, it's like all about like stats and numbers and how it improved my character in a certain way or not. But yeah, that's the reason like some of my favorite RPGs is like 10, Dikaya or Dikaya, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Like that type of stuff, but just like give me a blank sheet for stats and let me make my character. And also, I guess that would be another reason for like the Elder Scrolls, Fallout, like that type of deal. Also do a good job in that case as well. I'm just letting you make your character how you see fit. And also, Josh, thank you for the follow, my dude. I know I'm behind on chat here. I promise I'm getting caught up. Thank you for the follow, my dude, and welcome to the Prinny Squad, my dude. Thank you. I really do appreciate it, my dude. Thank you. Yeah, Aka, I heart Final Fantasy 11. See, Aka, you know what I'm talking about, right? Hopefully you do. Because I do, like, God, Final Fantasy 11 is so good. Like, especially I will say that probably to the day I die about Final Fantasy 11. Like, Chain of Pamantia and Wing of the Goddess is still hand down probably the best Final Fantasy game that ever was made. To be honest, and they all just abandoned for 11. Any one or two missions can go to hell. I'm looking at you climbing up a mountain. But yeah, played for 13 years. Yep. Yeah, I'm like I talked about before. Like I played 11 from day one on PS2, so that was 2004 to roughly 2008. Give or take a month or two here and there. So that what 4 years? Like I stopped. I came back in like 2009 ish. Played to 2000 mid 2010, early 2011. Stopped, and then I came back in 20. God, Coon, I need fat checks. I want to say like 2016, 2017. I came back for like 6 or 7 months and did my completion at one of it. So like, all things considered, I think I'm probably probably a good like 11, 10, 11 years in 11. Maybe a little longer than that if we start counting in like the 1 or 2 months here and there. I logged in 750-day play. I need to see what mine is. Net time, sooner or later, I'm going to go back to 11. Because I still got to get some AF stuff and do some of that junk. I need to see what my time was. Oh, I need to just go look at my... I imagine... I probably did. I don't know why I wouldn't done it. But in my playthrough, because all my playthrough are up on YouTube, by the way. Link below the video if you're interested. I feel like I probably, once I beat the last expansion to wrap it all up, and I quite like, after I got done crying like a baby, I'm pretty sure I probably did type in the command to see my time, to see what it was. Like, I probably would know like 700 days on that character. I probably realistically, probably more like 80 days, 90 days. But yeah, God, I don't even want to think about what my day would be if I were like one character from beginning to end. I'll probably be kind of close to, or like right there with you, Aka. What was my fourth Final Fantasy? Final Fantasy VIII. Final Fantasy VIII was my fourth Final Fantasy. Technically, I have told the story before. Technically, it would have been Final Fantasy either 4 or 5. I'm not for sure which, because, you know, I was young. Would have been my fourth one, but my cousin was playing it, and I was over at his house, because my mother always hung out over there, and he was one of them kids of like, nah, you can't play it, it's mine, get out of my room type. So I remember seeing the L ship flying around on the map. Well, like I said, either it was 4 or 5, and one of the two, I'm not for sure which. So it would have been that if he wasn't a dick about it. And then, fast forward a couple years later, it would have been 7, but like everyone else's. But my brother ended up buying Final Fantasy VII, since anyone that was around at that time, you would know that ads for that was everywhere, like in all the magazines, all the comics, on TV, everywhere for Final Fantasy VII. The marketing for that was insane. And I remember we bought it, we came home, he popped it in, started playing it, because at that time, I was like one of them cases I mainly was just watching him. And then once he beat it, then I would play it type of deal. And we came home, we popped it in, he made it to the very fourth battle in the game, and he turned it up, took out the disc, flipped it over to the black side where the data was, took a pin, and grafted the hell so we could take it back and get our money back, all because it was turn bait and you had to weed. So he did that, and then I did not play another. Well, I never seen another RPG to Final Fantasy VIII came out, and all my friends in high school wouldn't stop talking about it. So I caved and went and rented it, and well, here I am. So yeah. So technically Final Fantasy VIII was my fourth Final Fantasy. If my cousin wasn't an asshole, it would have been 4 or 5. And if my brother didn't take a pin to the back of 7 so we could get our money back, because it had to be damaged to return it, it would have been 7. But yeah. Yo, Goa 704. Hello. Welcome, my dude. I have finally got down to you. You're still here. Hello, hello, my dude, and how are you doing it? Wonderful, wonderful morning. Hopefully it's going awesome for you. And thank you for being here, dude. Thank you, thank you. Enjoy Final Fantasy 12 leveling system. Yeah, the only real issue I had with 12 is like, I'm trying to remember, was the leveling system tied to that like checkerboard it had to unlock abilities? Because I didn't like that. Like after Final Fantasy X, that felt like a huge step back to be like, oh yeah, we doing now unlock a move. Congratulations, now you can wear 3 different hats. Like I did not like that in 12. But like I said, I got more to do with Final Fantasy X. Were great. Would it feel good? Gotta thank for the detail analyst. No problem, Detroit. I say, have any questions at all? I could rant forever. Final Fantasy 11 was the full game. Oh well, I actually leveled down. Yep. But the thing was about Final Fantasy 11 and EverQuest did it too. But then again, all MMO on that time period would just clone the EverQuest. But yeah, in Final Fantasy 11, if you die, you will lose appearance. Not so much anymore. Nowadays, it's like you get like 300-400, if not more, appearance from fighting level 1 monsters. So you never really got to worry about it. And also, they kind of cut it down where like instead of losing like half your level, you only lose like 10-20 appearance, which is nothing. But yeah, back in the heyday of Final Fantasy 11, yep, you could literally be, mat level, and if you died enough, you could literally go all the way back down to level 1. And yeah, that was a thing. So you could literally spend 8 hours sitting in the doom, screaming your heart out. You get in a party. Back in the day, you only could level by party. Once you hit, I think it was like 11, 12, you would recommend to start doing party stuff. Well, you were the beat master. But, and I believe like Puppet Master later. But, like back in them days, like you had to go play with people, and you literally could be sitting there for hours on end trying to get in a party. You get in a party and you die, and you like get almost to a level, and you die like once, maybe twice, and you would just like lose all that progress. So literally, you would just lost like easily anywhere from like 3 to like 10 hours of your life. But because one enemy got a little extra aggro and killed you. Yep. I was Final Fantasy 11. Like I said, not so much that anymore. Nowadays it doesn't matter. You still could do it. You gotta try to de-level in 11 nowadays. Never care about doing much. Usually too many cutscenes and kill it for me. I can see that. Yeah. I can see that a lot, because honestly, thinking about it, maybe Final Fantasy 11 would be technically for you, because technically in Final Fantasy 11, like, outside of 2 or 3 cutscenes to, the brief tutorial that is in 11, like, at that point, you're pretty much free to do whatever. You can do whatever you want, if you can survive it. So, but then again, I guess you can say the same thing about 14 as well. Where just like, okay, get to a certain point, now just go off and, cut trees or fish or whatever. But I can totally understand how story will be, could be a killer, especially if mechanics and gameplay are more important. Did you answer what was, oh, yes, I did. Yes. My fourth Final Fantasy was 8. It was almost 4. Cousin included me over on that because he was an asshole. Almost 7, but my brother broke it so he could get money back before I could play it. So the fourth Final Fantasy I ever played was 8. That's why I say I'm a little biased towards 8. And if I'm totally aware of all issues and why the issues are not great. There we go. Yay, I'm all caught up in chat again. Thank you all for hanging out while I was getting my rant on there. Thank you, my dudes. Because I try my best to read everything in chat, and sometimes I can get a little wordy. Especially if I got itchy. So, thank you for that, dudes. It felt like a step up from Final Fantasy X. I did not like the leveling system. Oh, you're talking about in 12, right? Only got about 4 hours into 8. Everyone I talked to said the combat get much better later on. I need to figure out which mode I should use. Yeah, the thing is about 8. 8 is like one of them games you gotta put a little bit investment in the beginning, for the most part. Cause yeah, once you get summons, you start unlocking a whole bunch of like data abilities. Like, okay, you can do Doom, you can do Absorption, you can do, you know, insult whatever spell. You could literally become a Pokemon master and start turning monster into card for the card game. But the thing is about 8 though, is like, yeah, in the beginning, you're gonna be doing a lot of like drawing magic out of enemy to get your character set. So my recommendation would be, what I have always done to make it a little more tolerable, would be, you will have, if you don't kill Quark and you play the game, I don't want to say legit, but it is legit, also known as hard mode, I guess I should say. If you want to play that way, would be have one character drawing magic from people, and then have your other 2 characters fighting. And if you do that, like, you will be a little bit ahead of the game on the drawing system, and then you can start, like, you know, putting stats in characters, putting stat effect on characters, you know, everything the game, you know, operates around. And then the combat would become a little more fun. And then, like I said, getting the summons and, you know, getting like the data abilities, learning boots, so you actually gotta do stuff in combat and not just menuing. But yeah, it's a little bit of like, sadly, you do gotta put some time in before it become a little bit better. Because I would say honestly, Final Fantasy VIII is like one of them games that, like, if you put in a little bit of time in the beginning, like, the whole drawing stuff doesn't really become an issue, like, after, like, the full, like, 5 hours or so, because it's, like, if you do it correctly, you know, your character will be a little bit ahead of the game, and in return, you know, you won't be having to do nearly as much later on, outside of getting certain abilities here and there. But yeah, I need to figure out which mode I should use. Because honestly, I would say, because I want to say the PC version of this actually had like the cheat code stuff that 7 did, right? With the whole no encounter, beating up time, invincibility. And whatever, I think it was one other code that was in 7 remaster. But I think it had that in this one as well, at least on PC, which at that point, like, the only real way to get this without you want to hook up a PS3 or a Vita TV. Because I don't think it's on PlayStation now, I don't believe. And it'd probably be honestly the best way to go, is just play that and just put in like Fat 4 and just beat up combat and just train magic. And then you'd be like, okay, you good in like an hour. Give or take. So. Okay, what am I doing here? Actually, let's see if we can trick that dude. Okay. I tricked him, but not in the way I was thinking. Yep. I didn't think ahead on that one. I'll triple triad. Are you just saying that because I did literally one card that stole my win? Or because you really do love it? Because I'm right there with you, honestly. It's just like, I feel with William it would have just done like a proper proper actual card game, a triple triad. Instead of just like, I don't know, you get in 8 and we'll play 14, you know? Oh, yeah, and also it doesn't help that music does get stuck in your head badly. It's so badly. What, that a 4? Okay, do you got any 5? Oh, yeah, you got a couple calls that can actually beat a 5. Yeah, you got a couple calls that can even beat my 7. Okay. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Tetromancer. Not by memory anyway. By memory, I'm not a fan. like, be a beacon, you know, beacon of RPG mechanic that get dumbed down in later games. That would be one of them right there. My God, there can be another draw. My God, dude. I feel like I get more draws on that dude than I do any other like NPC ever. I really do feel that way. But yeah, like I said, I mean, that one thing I'm interested about whenever I go and play 9, whenever that might happen, is like I said, by memory. I remember doing the card game, because I think didn't they make you do the card game for like a tournament or something to actually get the story moving or something or another, something along them lines. But yeah, I remember playing it being like, what the hell? Because like, what was it? It was like arrows had to be like touching on like corners. Like if your arrows actually touched each other, you flip the card type of deal. I think that's what it was. I wasn't a fan. I wasn't a fan by memory. Because I feel like one of them cases were just like I said, once again, memory heal. I could be totally wrong here, but I feel like one of them things of just like, we need another card game because Triple Triad was so good. Let's try to make it more complex, but in the same case, make it way more dumbed down and also make it last way longer. So it became not fun. Like, that what my memory is solving me. What is that? 5? 5, 8. It could be another draw, isn't it? Yep, it could be another draw. Okay. Yeah, I can't wait till we're done with this guy, where we never have to do that guy again. The guy again on my lat nor with his draws. Well, only know one of the cards I wanted. And I think it what it is, to do with the sword. And then it the mech that Sophie and them was in. For the ones I'm trying to do. Okay, you got one card that can beat this. Question will be, will he actually use it in the middle of the board? With everything else around it, not great-ish. Actually, no, he got 2 cards he could beat me in the middle of the board. The 2 middle ones. Oh, he did! Oh! Huh. Okay. Well. Okay. 5, 7. Okay. So from the white, he got a 3, a 7, and a 2. You got a 7 on the white, which would then bring a 2 down, which I could easily get. And that is the only move. Well, he put something up top and take, which he might. No, he is doing that. Cool. Okay. That is awesome. If I put you heal, that card will be mine forever. Okay, that's fine. You know, we went from losing to winning to now just draws. Like just draws. That all it is now. Okay, anyway, we got this. We got this, chat. I don't have the chat. We got 5, 5, 6, 3, 6. Yeah, let's do that, I guess. Okay. That what I was expecting. Okay, so that a 4. Okay, good. We all safe. He got. Why did you put your 7 up though? Why didn't you put that in the top white? Did you just do that because he got a 3 on top? Is that the only reason? That was a waste of a move, I feel. Oh. I see why he did it now. Well. I just looked dumb, didn't I? Okay. We got this. We got this. Okay, so what he got? He got 8 down. He only got 1 8. And then he got... Oh, I did realize. The Kelter card actually got 2 8s. Okay. So... Actually, no. Let's play this safe, because that bottom card probably would have been a pain. If he put it on the bottom and took it, I wouldn't be able to beat an 8. That just would not happen. About 6. Haha, there we go. Wow, that didn't take long. Okay. Am I winning? I'm winning, right? Yes. Yes. So, actually, let's go ahead. Yeah, let's do double 8s. Seven, 8. Cool. I win. Finally. I don't have that? I thought I had that card. Okay. I will take it. I will take it. I thought I had it though. Maybe that was one of them I won and then I like lost like right after when we did a load. I don't know. Okay, so sadly we still got like 2 more we need to get. Sadly. But I got faith in it. We can do this. I'm actually really happy because like that lat play, he literally like at the time I didn't realize he had something I needed. Nothing I need. Awesome. Of course I will actually get a good hand when I'm playing it. Calls I do not need. I guess I would honestly, if I win, I would take the 8-8. But I won't say that actually made something, didn't it? I think. Let me see. The 8-8 is left white. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if I can get him to use that card in the middle. Nope. It was a shot. I was kind of hoping it would work. Hey, hey, Chug! How are you doing, Chug? Yeah, doing it. Wonderful, wonderful morning, my dude, and dude. How you doing, man? Oh, God. Welcome, welcome. How you doing, Chuck? You are here to watch me slowly lose my sanity trying to win these calls from this dude. I've been doing it for like 3 hours now. Maybe 4. Probably closer to 4 to be realistic. What should I do? I don't really know what I'm doing anymore. Good, let's do it. Okay. Okay, we finally do that now. Let's see, Morning Sunshine. Final Fantasy VIII, is a card game. Yes, it can be. It had been for me, but yes. Yeah, what it is in Final Fantasy VIII, the card game. If you wanna get anywhere and like gain weapons and some magic or some of the higher level magic stuff for your character, like the card game, it kind of really heavily entwined in all of that. So I mean, a lot of card game happening, and so yeah, I think how many cards are in this? I think it's probably like what, probably 100, maybe 200 cards that you can unlock. Something like that. I've seen amount of them. There we go. Double check, make sure I don't need any of you. Okay, I will take that. There we go. But yeah. This is the real game. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong if you think about it. Since everything almost surrounds around the card game, so don't get me wrong, you know, you could, fight and, maybe like farm the items off certain monsters for your weapons. Maybe you will get lucky and you will fight a boss that won't kill you and you can grind off some draw magic. And you might be able to skip the card game. It's just way faster to get stuff done doing the card game. Except for when you fight people like this guy who just do not know how to lose and give me his cards. Me and him, we having a really awful relationship right now. But yeah. Why fight when you can play cards? Exactly. Like, honestly, we have done turn-based combat for 8 games up to that point, or 7 games up to that point. Why? Yeah, why not play a RPG card game? You're not wrong. Like, what this have turned into is just an RPG card game. Okay, what am I doing? If I do 7-7, what's going on with this? Okay, so you can technically beat me with the card at the bottom I need, and the top card. And let's see. Come on, make up your mind, beautiful. Ideally, I would let you use that bottom card. I had a feeling you wasn't going to, but okay. It's fine. You can do that, though. Okay, I don't know why you put down the far right. You would think you put down the far left. Okay. 7-6? Oh, I think I see what I think he's trying to make me do. The thing is, actually, if I do this, You can't beat anything, no. So, oh. You sneaky devil, you. He want me to put that card on the top, take the card, and then he gonna use his 7 to take it back. You sneaky devil. I'm gonna break his system. I know what he want me to do. I'm not doing it. I'm doing the opposite. We still draw, but I don't care. I didn't do what he wanted me to. I'm not gonna obey to this AI. This AI not gonna beat me today. Except for the other 400 time when he had beat me, but we'll not talk about that. And now he don't have the card I want. Okay. That's fine. That is fine. This is what happened, I get when we play with cards that like both of us have like 8, you know? But it start going sideways pretty quick. That one I was thinking. I'm dead. I am. I'm freaking dead with it, guy. Like, come on, man. Come on. Just give me my 2 cards. But yeah, I would say I'm doing awesome here, but I'm doing pretty good. Solving. I haven't 8 yet, but good nonetheless. Any of today have been broken down into just being beaten or drawing over and over and over. I'm telling you, I'm not giving up till I get them 2 cards. I'm like set on that now. Like, them 2 will be mine. Okay, that a 5. You can beat it. Oh god, you can beat that with almost every card except for 1. Okay. Well, I got rid of the 8s. Thank good. I win. Okay, what can we get here? Actually, I'm taking the 2 8s. There we go. I'll probably need to clean out my inventory at that point, shouldn't I? But I imagine I probably got a whole bunch of useless cards. And give me 1 second here, guys. Sam is awake. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Because I need to ask him some questions real quick. What are we doing? Oh yeah, we get rid of some of the cards. So hopefully, hopefully we won't have to, deal with duplicates. You know, finger claws anyway. And also, as you guys can heal Sam of the weight popping and bopping about. Got anything to say to the people, Sam?
No.
I think it kind of picked you up. And I called Diana screaming at top of lungs again. Anyway, let's try this again. Let's do that, chat. You know, I kind of wish it was a way you could just forfeit instead of having to actually reload, especially when, like, you know, you get calls we do not need. That'd be nice. Don't get me wrong, like 1 or 2 calls I would take, but not like need for a collection. What we got? 4? Ah, here we go. I don't know if he did that on pulpit or not now, thinking about it. Okay. Okay. 7, 6. Dad, you're not helping. You're not helping. Actually, you're probably not wrong. You're probably not wrong at all. Yeah, we could do 5, maybe. Okay, I think you might be on to something, chap. So now what I do, he's gonna use that 8-8, and that gonna, he's just gonna win. But I'm just putting a call down. We lost. Yeah, we lost. He didn't use the call, I thought. Like, I really thought he was gonna use the 8-8 on me, but nope. Don't go on the 8-8. Oh well, maybe we set and might be a good thing. Maybe we can get him to use them calls again. Like I say, you still have 2 I need. I'm pretty sure I could probably come back later for these, but I'm doubling, and I just want them. Well, I might be wrong, and maybe if I did leave, maybe I wouldn't be able to get them. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, let's do this. Nope. That's a no-go again. You know, maybe I should just like disintegrate every card I can, except for like Kyoto cards. Maybe that would be the best case. The problem is I still have a whole bunch of like miscellaneous cards that are like, oh yeah, I get 10 of these, which is, you know, not great. What's that, 7? Yeah, let's do it. Not what I thought. Okay, that's 3 or 5, 2, 7, 4. So that 7 could beat that, which is not great. Oh my god, is that a cat tall booty? I see a cat tall booty though. Oh my god, who emotes with that? I can get behind the cat tall booty. That helping. Thank you. That actually helping the motivation heal. What? Let's do it. Okay. If he is smart, but I don't know if he is, he will put 778 to the far white. Ideally, if he put that bottom white, he will probably elite win or draw. Probably draw. So, choices help. Can she, oh, you usually play Final Fantasy stuff? Ooh. I might need to actually give him a look then. Let me see. Go to channel, keep playing that up, so I can go see him later. There we go. Okay. Oh, here's the question, chat. Should I hope he being dumb, or hope he might try something here? I tried something, I mean he will not cover up the middle bottom. Well, that is a best case scenario. He will put his 778 on the bottom. Worst case scenario, he doesn't. But let's roll with the dice as he'll. Well, answer that question. He did what I didn't want him to. I guess it's fine. Like I said, he didn't have any calls I wanted. That time at least. Did I ever win that one down by the cat tall? I don't think I ever did. But I'm pretty sure I still need that. Okay. Well, that's usually a horrible sign when you put something in the middle like that. I'm not falling for it. Not right now, anyway. Well, what are you doing? What are you doing? Do something dumb. Please do something dumb, game. That is pretty dumb. Okay, he could beat me with the 7, but then he will have a 1. So, good. Let's do it. Really? Okay. I have 5, 8. Five, 7. Okay, I think what I'm gonna. No, he could beat that. Nah, good. I'm putting that heal down. Let's play this smart. Which, by looking at it now, I think this is a no-go again. Because if I put that down the bottom, he's gonna take it. If I put it up top, he's gonna take it. 4 will be took from the bottom. 5 will be took from the top. So it's gonna be took no matter what. So it's still gonna be a draw. Okay. I'm really tempted on just boarding all my calls except for my fake calls, to be honest. And maybe one of the ones that have the 2 8s. Because, you know, that nice. Speaking of the call I've been trying to win for the last 4 hours, although it is up top. 6, 6, 6, 6. Okay, you can beat me with that. Okay, so... Man, that's a lot of 6s. Guess I can just hope that he take me with a 6. He probably just gonna take that card back, to be honest. Thank you. Ooh, wait a minute. Never mind. Never mind. I got excited because I was thinking we were going to put that call in the bottom middle. And then I could have took it. But nope. Okay. Come on, let's just get this battle out of the way, because I don't need any of this stuff. Yeah, I'm just gonna burn that card to get it out of my hand. Do you play this game to unlock cards? Oh, you mean for playing 8, or are you talking about for playing the actual card game? To play the card game, yes. Because what it is in the card game is you will unlock like summon cards, character cards, and like bot cards. And the only way to get them cards is by playing the card game. A lot of the other cards you could actually get because you will learn an ability. I think it's just called card, I believe. But you can learn an ability to make it while you in combat. It pretty much become Pokemon. You get them down to like a percentage of health. You can cast the bell and catch them, and you get a card of them. But the thing is about that, like I said, you have a whole bunch of cards that you can only get through playing the card game. And usually, them are the cards you're going to be wanting to start getting some higher level fails, to get some unique like weapons and items and stuff. So yeah, like a mid between you play the card game to get the stuff you couldn't get no other way, and also it's actually technically quicker than running around trying to, you know, do random battles and hope you get the monsters you need for an item. So yes. What we got? But yeah, that's the main reason I played the card game. And yeah, and that too, what Aka just said. It also addicted. Yeah. It became a billion addicting, trying to get into the card system, because it's so simple, because all it is like literally, for anyone that don't know what's happening, is when two cards face each other at whatever angle, like the two numbers face each other, and whichever one is bigger wins. Like that's how this game is played. If we don't bring in other stuff that I don't like elemental stuff and whatnot. But yeah, it literally just one of the things like it also did in a lot of ways. But because it's so simple, and then at the same time, it just like every time you win, you get a card. So just like in some cases, you might get every single card in the hand. So it becomes one of them things where it's like I need to do it more and win more cards, make my book look good, because have no holes in it, and literally next thing you know, you just like spending 100 hours of playing the card game. Speaking of that, what am I doing right now? Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and put that heal. But yeah, it is. Honestly, the card game in this is so great. Like, I would love... I know some people have done it, like some, you know, random, indie devs have done games similar to this, like on mobile. But I don't believe, to my knowledge, we haven't had, like, an official, like, Triple Triad game, or standalone game, have we? But to my knowledge, I think the only, like, official stuff we got in 8, and then in 14, you can play Triple Triad as well. But yeah, just the way the game flow with the card game, it's just so good. As long as you like playing card games and matching numbers. So that 3. Okay, yeah, let's take it. Which I'm pretty sure some people out there probably would just like it, just being like, ah, well, fight secret boss and get item type of deal, but you know, or playing Chocobo Racing or Flip Ball or insult every other. Oh, and also the lightning dodging on pretty much any mini game from and that not Flip Ball. Like, oh, like no thank. I will play a card game. Am I gonna win? Oh, I'm gonna win! Finally, I wasn't even thinking. See, this, I guess this is how it works. Like, we win on the ones when I'm not trying to collect something. Okay, what's the battle number here? I got 7, 8 in probably battle. Here we go. By the way, speaking of being addicted, Aka, how long do you play Final Fantasy VIII again? Is watching this and seeing Triple Triad just making you want to go play Triple Triad? I'm curious. I give you less than a week. Hey, there were my items I want. Okay. So, also, Zombie 70. It might just show how delusional I am right now. I don't think I welcome you to the Prinny Quad, have I? I don't think I have. Either way, welcome to the Prinny Quad, my dude. Thank you. Thank you for that photo, my dude. Every little bit help. I don't know if I actually have done that before. As I said, like, I've been streaming, God, how long have I been streaming? I've been streaming almost 9 hours, and we've been doing a call game for, like, over half of that, so my mind is just, at that point, in between, I need food, but I need calls. Let's just pretend I can eat the calls and keep playing Triple Triad. I actually played it, I think, like, 2 months ago. Oh, did you actually end up beating it? Did I admit that somehow? But yeah, and you already wanting to play it. Yep. I'm telling you, this is what you do. If you're able to. Just load your save game, get on the spaceship, and just start flying around just playing Triple Triad. Or if you want to be stubborn about it, you could always do what I did for a while on 14 and just pay a subscription fee and then go play Triple Triad though. That is also a problem. Did you dream Triple Triad? So far, no. I am really surprised about that. Today might be the day, though. And today's dream been mainly Triple Triad, even if I wasn't doing it on pulpits. But as of now, over the last, I want to say been 4 days we've been streaming it, right? 3 to 4 days now. Like, it haven't happened yet, but today will be the day, probably. I will report in when I wake up in the morning. What am I doing? Oh yeah, he got, what is that, 5? 6, 7. Any 7 going up? No 7 going up. So, actually thinking about it. If I do this, you only have one card that can beat it. So let's do it. Okay. Bubbly Wobble's affecting. Oh, cool. So, that means you won't be able to take that. He took a chat. He just made a fool out of me and you, chat. Actually, I have a plan. I have a very, very good plan. That probably... No. It should work. Okay. Never mind. Never mind. I don't want to talk about it, chat. I honestly thought my plan was worth it. Sadly, it wasn't. Okay. Come on, give me that net to the bottom card. That's what I want. Why we are healed? I want any of us is healed. Maybe. 4, 9, 7, 6, 7, 4. Oh, great. Oh my god, dude. Like, no good card for this. Yeah, we're just gonna have to sacrifice something. No good moves out. Wait a minute. 4, 7, 8, 6. Okay. Okay, so you got 2, 8 going that way, so... Okay. Yeah, this is either gonna be a lose or there's gonna be a draw. One of the two. But I could do a 9 with Cypher, take the bottom card, and then both the card would take me. And then I can't beat him. Or I could use Cypher in the top left or middle left. And he put something down, and then I wouldn't be able to take him going left because it all 8 on left. But then what it is, he's gonna take my card no matter what. Like, so he's gonna win. It's that simple. It would just tie with that card. Oh, goodbye, Cypher. No one likes you anyway. Okay. Why is this guy so hard? I feel like this guy is harder than any of the bosses in the game, and all we are doing is playing a card game. That is literally it. I knew you like triple triads, so I punt. Oh. Wait. Yeah, hopefully, like I said, I'm being stubborn. I want to beat that guy so bad and get them calls. That way we don't have to deal with him tonight when we come back. Like, at all. To be totally honest, once this is done though, it's like, yeah, I'm not playing any more triple triad today. Like, no, we will save this for tomorrow. I'm just needing more than that. Can't have that be my last card on the hand. Oh, look at that. You got one card that can do a 4. Okay. Okay, good. I can beat him on everything on the left, so that should be fine. If you take something on the left, we should be good. Okay. The 4-5. He can beat me on 4-5 though. I am winning, right? Yes. Okay, I'm just gonna do it. No matter what he do, I still won. I'm just telling you, like, I have no problem winning whenever you don't have the cards I want. Maybe that should, maybe it should tell me something, isn't it? Like, the cards I want are just too powerful. Like, you're too powerful for me, you know? Maybe that should be the understanding here, and I shouldn't be dealing with this. Nope. No go on that one either. Okay. Because also the warp part about this is literally I got him down to the last 2 calls, so now it's just like him just randomly having a chance to have them, which is not helping. Okay. Okay, you have a 7. Got 8s on the left. Got an 8 up. So let's see if we can kite him into using an ability. Not that. Yeah, the only way they're gonna work in our favor is he actually used the board, which I was gonna say use the board down the corner, not in the middle. Thank you for proving my stupidity, game. Thank you. That's not what I was meaning, but I guess I should probably be careful what I add for, shouldn't I? Wait, yeah, sure. Let me go for it. That's fine. That's totally okay. What, let's go 5, 6. Okay. And I got a crappy down game on my deck right now, like a really bad one. 4-4, so that all the same. Sadly, this is the only time I get to use the 8, so. He won. Okay. Yeah, I kind of figured we were gonna take Eyefoot. Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he take Eyefoot? I don't know, chap. I don't like this dude. I think I am. I think I'm gonna look at my calls and see what type of fake calls we are looking at here. I feel like our hands are still a little too random. But I need what? I need 5 calls. Is what we need. A8. 8, 9, 6. 9, 9. 9, 9. Maybe that? Maybe? That 8-8 is not bad, though. No, not. No. I want abilities. What? Let's try this seal. That way heal is 2, 4. What was the Red Giant? The Red Giant was the one that had 8-8, wasn't it? I don't want anything with like 1s at all. Yeah, that bolts the bottles. Yeah, because the rest of these I can't get rid of yet. See, the problem is that we got like, what, 2 pages? Actually more like a page and a half of random calls. He said, we need 40 of these? God, what card is that? I need to know now. Jesus, we need 40 of these things to get rid of this. 40! I don't think I've ever seen a card that require that many to be turned into an item. What item do we get from that? That better be a good one. One jet engine. What do jet engine require? We got that one. I need dragon. Maybe it is like one of the like ultimate or whatever, like the lats weapons are called. I don't know. Yeah, like give us a save, I guess. Now that we dealt with some cards issue and see if we can do this. Here go nothing. You can tell this is a big deal. How we get like a baby cutscene for Inoin. That's how you know this is a big deal. Battle. You know, not good on his end, but you know, battle for me. Put that over here, you know, just to get rid of that 4, because I don't want that on the board. I get to low it number. So we have a 2 and we have a couple more 4s. I won, huh? Come on, show me what you're gonna do here. Gonna take that. Cool. Okay, I do have a 7 on the wide. Okay. That was what I was thinking. Okay. Nah. Let's do it. Am I winning? Oh, no, I'm not. See, this is the thing about him. You know, you thought thinking you're gonna win. And then he all like, nah, you're kidding. You're kidding. It's just gonna be a draw. Like, that's literally what's happening here.